What's going on, YouTube? You guys are watching Boxing Talk with Shaka Waka. What's going on, everybody? Y'all just want to talk about the fight coming up this week. It is fight week for Jamel and Jamal Charlo. But before I get into that, I want to say thank you to everybody who comes and likes and comments on my video. Shout out to all my subscribers and shout out to the whole LDBC, man. Y'all the realest. And an extra special shout out to Two Crews who hit up the Cash App on my last video. Man, thank you so much for your donation. To anybody who else wants to donate to the channel, I will leave the Cash App in the description box, and I will give you a shout out in my next video. It is very much appreciated to see you guys supporting me and stuff. You know, and not just the donations, but the likes and the comments that you guys do. I appreciate all of it, man. But let's go ahead and speak on this fight week. Man, I'm excited as hell because first of all, I've been waiting for the fight that got announced with Jason Rosario and Jamel Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Man, this is going to be bomb as fuck. And then Jamal Charlo is fighting Sergey Derevyanchenko. So we got fireworks. You know what I'm saying? We have fireworks. Jamal Charlo versus Sergey Derevyanchenko is going to be the co-main. And then the Jamel Charlo versus Jason Rosario is going to be the main event. So this is about to be lit, okay? This is about to be lit. It's gonna be on pay-per-view for $75, and that's worth it. Cause how much? Like, I would pay for both of these fights, like, and they're gonna be on one card. Hell yeah, you know, hell yeah. That's dope as fuck. So the first fight we got here with Jamal Charlo and Sergey Derevyanchenko. It's hard to say his name, so I'm just gonna call him Sergey at this point in time. But let's call him Sergey D. You know what I'm saying? Let's call him that. Sergey D has came off of, I don't even like saying that. I'm not going to say that. Let's call him just Sergey. Okay. So, yeah, dude is coming off of a loss against Triple G. But that loss, to me, is because of the judges said so. I think he whooped Triple G's ass. Man, the footwork Sergey was doing in that fight was phenomenal. He was jumping all fucking around and putting the fucking dukes on Triple G. Man, we know why they had Triple G winning, though, because the zone wanted to see him versus Canelo, you know. But look at that shit. Look what's happening now. Fuck Canelo and all them. But anyway, Sergey is a good fight for Jamal Charlo. To me, Sergey is like a Korobov, but on another level, a more athletic level. Korobov was a test for Jamal. That left-handed, tricky, good inside boxer, good on the outside and mid-range. He was just a good boxer all around. I feel like Sergey is just above him, a level above him. Korobov versus Sergey would be a good-ass fight, now that I'm thinking about it. But this is about to be a good-ass fight for Jamal Charlo. And this is going to really showcase his skills. I don't give a damn who says that Sergey lost to Triple G. Everybody who's seen that fight know what the fuck happened in that fight. And Sergey won that fight. Just because the judges said whatever the fuck they said don't make it right. And that doesn't mean that Sergey ain't got fucking skills. The dude has skills and is a bomb-ass fighter. I want to see him fight Canelo, too. Canelo need to fight his ass. But this is about to be a good-ass fight for the middleweight division. And after he beats this dude, you can't say that Jamal Charlo isn't fighting top competitors. He has went up and up and up in his competition and has remained tested. You know, he had to really dig deep and show that he had boxing ability in that Korobov fight. And I think he's going to have to show it again in this fight, but on a higher level. This is about to be fire. And then on the other hand, we got Jamel Charlo versus Jason Rosario, which is a very, very important fight for the junior middleweight division. Man, 154, let's speak on it real quick. 154 is the division, man. If you want to find great specimens in boxing, look no further than 154. I'm just saying, all these dudes in 154, their skill levels are very close. I think Jamel Charlo is like higher above the other cats in the division, but it's not by much. I think his skill level is just like one level above the other guys. Like J-Rock, dude is a phenomenal boxer, and he freaking impressed me with the Jarrett Hurd fight. Yeah, I know Jarrett Hurd. I knew Jarrett Hurd going into the fight. Then wasn't really defensively sound, but he was still walking through people. Period. He was still walking through people, and his chin was always getting tested, and he never failed the test. But then when J-Rock got in there with him, baby, it was a fucking wrap. It was a fucking wrap. J-Rock showed that he was serious, and he had way more tools in the box than Jarrett Hurd. Man, let me say this, because in this division, it looks like it's happening to all these boxers. Like, they have to all redeem themselves, and they've been doing it. Like, let's just go. Jarrett Hurd, he gets all the belts or whatever, starts acting picky, then fights J-Rock as a filler because he was saying that he needed to fight more right-handers or whatever the fuck he was talking about. J-Rock lost to Jamal Charlo and got knocked out. Everybody thought J-Rock was done. J-Rock said, I'm still in this bitch. And then he went on to fight fucking Jason Rosario, which Jason Rosario lost to Gallimore. You know what I'm saying? And then Jason Rosario fights J-Rock, and it's like, nah, I'm still in this bitch. Then Tony Harrison, he lost to Jarrett Hurd, fights Jermell Charlo, beats him. He's like, I'm in this bitch. Then Jermell Charlo said, give me my motherfucking belt back. I'm still in this bitch. This fucking division is on the charts, and it's very fucking competitive. It's really hard to be like, yo, this dude is gonna win indefinitely. You know what I'm saying? Because the skill levels are so close. It's only slight things that will give a certain person the edge in this division. Like, you know what I think is a good ass fight, and I want to see Erickson Lubin against Tony Harrison, because they're great boxers. Both of them are great boxers, but they both chinny. That's what was the downfall for Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison is a great boxer, but then Jermell Charlo has the punch power to knock your ass out, and that's what the fuck he did. You know what I'm saying? There's that difference there, that Tony Harrison didn't have a chin, but Jermell Charlo has a chin. It's just little shit like that'll get you to win the fight. Like, I think is amazing. Like, because it's really hard to say. It just depends on what happens that night, who comes in with the clearer head and who remains focused that night. Tony Harrison wasn't focused that night. He was focused in the first fight, but he was not focused in that second fight, and Jermell Charlo made him pay for it. Man, this division, you got to keep your eye on this. This fight right here is for the Jason Rosario and Jermell Charlo is for 3 of the major belts in the division. Unification bout. Tune the fuck in. This is definitely worth the viewership. This is definitely worth it. We about to see who can come close to being that undisputed. Now, the thing about this is that, of course, you need the WBO to be undisputed. So you can't really call him undisputed, but in my book, he's gonna be undisputed, because I can't really call on the day when he's going to be able to get that WBO belt. You know what I'm saying? But he's about to fight for all 3 of these major belts against somebody who's real competition, who's a heavy puncher and redeemed himself and came back. You know what I'm saying? Who's hungry. He's hungry, and he's ready to show the world that he can beat Jermell Charlo. I don't think he's gonna beat him. I think Jermell Charlo, like I said, he's just a little bit better than the rest of these people in the division. We know he's a hothead, and he has his personality, but all I see from that is that he's really passionate about it, and this shit really means a lot to him. When he cried after his fight with Tony Harrison, that showed that he really fucking wanted it. He really wanted it. He didn't cry because he's a loser. He cried because boxing is his passion. That's what I got out of it, and he really mean it. When he get up on there in them conferences and shit, he let all his emotions hang out, which people think is bad, And in some cases, it can be bad, because you don't want these other people to see you sweat. You don't want them to get in your head. But that should show you that he's really serious about what's going on here. It would be different if he got in the ring and didn't let his hands go. No, that motherfucker go in there to fight, And that's what we gonna see this weekend. We gonna see Jermell Charlo come and show that he is the best in the division. And, of course, Jason Rosario is coming to prove something, too. So this fight is going to be fireworks, man. fireworks. The Jamel Charlo, Sergey Deryevchenko, fireworks as well because of the skill sets of those two fighters. You know, anything can go down. Anything. Sergey can be like, yo, I'm in this bitch and fucking do something that we don't think. You know, 2020 is being weird. I got Jamal Charlo in that fight too. I have faith in the Charlo brothers. I think they're just really fucking good for their weight classes and a little bit above the other people in their divisions. That's what I think. So I got them winning. But this week, probably on Friday, after the weigh-in or whatever, I'm gonna do a breakdown of both fights. But man, yeah, like I said, I'm real excited, man. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.
Got the glow, so I'm always gon' shine. Get the dough, I'ma always get fuck a hoe. Need a chick that's gon' ride from the O. So you know I say got the glow, so I'm always gon' shine.